Welcome back to the channel, guys. It's Wally, and today we're going to be answering some questions about me, the channel, kind of where we've been this year in 2021, and what we should expect going into 2022 next year. So I'm sorry, for the kind of little bit of clickbaity title on this one, but really this is going to kind of be a recap of this year. I got some questions to answer, and if you guys have anyone to blame for that, you can blame one of my really good friends and fellow YouTube content creator who goes by the name CoolTrainerHuffy. Now, Huffy is a really, really cool guy, someone that I consider a really good friend of mine, and someone that I actually teamed up with in a Pokemon BGC tournament this year. But he put out a video a couple days ago answering some questions posed by another really big, awesome Pokemon content creator here on YouTube by the name BirdKeeperToby, who posed questions to the entire community so that they can kind of have a little self-reflection and everything about their year and kind of look at things that they've been proud of this year and things that they really want to do going into next year. And I watched his video. He did a great job on it, and he ended up tagging me in it. So I was like, you know what? Screw it. Let's do it. I think it would be a lot of fun. This is my first year that I can actually do kind of a recap, since it really is my first year streaming and being on YouTube. So since it is my first opportunity to do it, let's jump on it and let's do it. So, a lot of the questions that are going to be asked, again, are about me, the channel, but there are a couple questions because, BirdTrainerToby is a Pokemon content creator. There is like one or two questions about Pokemon in there as well, which I will answer, but a lot of it is, kind of about the channel as well. But I'm really excited to do this. Hopefully you guys are as well. We'll get into the video, get into the questions, but before we do, if you are new here, just haven't yet, please make sure to go down and hit the subscribe button. And if you do enjoy this video, please make sure to drop a like too. But let's get into these questions. Whew, all right. So, first question we have is, do I or will I have a channel mascot? Now, this is the first question. It's not a really hard-hitting question, but I'm going to give you a very wishy-washy answer. So the answer is yes and no. Officially, I do not have a channel mascot. As you can tell, like, my PFP on here is really just my head with a side, the side profile and all that. So I don't really consider myself a mascot or anything. But unofficially, I think my mascot would have to be my cat, Leela. Leela has a couple of emotes, a couple emotes over on my Twitch channel. And people love her, but unofficially, she probably is my my mascot on here. And for those of you who are big Futurama fans like I am, her name is Leela, and she does only have one eye, so I think you can kind of, get the reference there. But she really is a sweet girl. I love her very much. As with every other cat, she is kind of a pain in the ass sometimes, but she is definitely always going to be my unofficial mascot. Question number 2, what is my best video of 2021 or other video that I'm most looking forward to in 2022? But this is kind of again, another really tough question because best video of 2021, there are a lot of different factors by which you can judge that. If we're looking at, the first video of mine that actually had a bunch of viewers, that would have to, or a bunch of views, that would have to be either one of the first Snarky Puppy videos that I watched, or the first Dirty Loops video with Dirty Loops Corey Wong doing Follow the Light. Those are some of the first ones that actually got me in front of a lot of people. And for that, I'm very, very grateful. So that's a really, really good, two really, really good videos from 2021 that, if I'm basing it based off that factor, would be that. The one that I think probably blew my mind the most in terms of how many people ended up seeing it, it would probably be the first Nightwish video, the Ghost Love Score. That one kind of blew me out of the water. It really did. Gave me a little bit of anxiety in the beginning, not gonna lie, but it was really exciting. But honestly, if we're talking about the one that I think kind of helped me out the most and kind of broke me out of my shell, and the first one that I felt like I was most comfortable in, it would probably be either, I don't know, you know what? It would probably be the second Nightwish video, the Everdream. Not only was it a great song, but the first Nightwish one kind of blew up for me, and it was the first one that I actually saw, a whole bunch of people watching. but also, again, the fact that people are somewhat enjoying my videos and me as a reactor, it really tugged at my heartstrings, and it made me really happy. So I think in terms of the one that made me happiest and the one that gave me the most confidence, it was definitely Everdream by Nightwish. So I'm very, very grateful for that. And going forward into 2022, I don't really have anything necessarily planned. There are some things that are mentally in the works and all that for some special content and everything. Nothing that I'll give away because in case they don't come to fruition, I don't want to spoil anything. So I do have a few that I think will be interesting going into next year, but only time will tell. And I'm really excited to see what the future really kind of brings. So for the third question, this is one of the Pokemon questions. So would I rather have a Brilliant Diamond Shiny Pearl style remake of Heart Gold, Soul Silver, or Legends Unova / Kyurem Game? So for those of you who are not Pokemon fans that are here mainly for like the video reactions, and you guys actually got this far into the video, first of all, thank you. But second of all, to explain, back in, I think it was 2008 or 2009, 07, 08, 09, something like that. That might have been 07. Either way, Pokemon came out with its 4th generation of games, which was Diamond and Pearl. And just recently, in the last month or two, the Pokemon Company and Nintendo came out with remakes of it for the 25th anniversary of Pokemon, which have been a lot of fun for me to play. I've been playing them on stream quite a bit. So it's been it's been a lot of fun. But point is, they came out with remakes for it. It was something that was originally on the Game Boy that now they put on the Switch. So the graphics are a little bit better. They kept with a lot of like the old like game style kind of animation, but they really kind of brought it into the new generation, which was really cool. Next question. What can my viewers expect from me in 2022? Awesome. This is a great question. So first of all, I will say all the reactions and everything that I've been doing 3 times a week, I know I've said this numerous times, especially since I've started doing some, original content myself. Those aren't going anywhere. Those have been a really big part of my channel. They've been a lot of fun for me. I've really been enjoying them. So those aren't going anywhere. If anything, you're just going to be getting additional content. So a lot of the stuff you're going to be seeing, a lot of it will be Pokemon cards that we've already seen on here too, some video game content, but we're going to do some more video game stuff as well. So other games like maybe like Halo, games like Knockout City, and other new games that may be releasing in the next year. I know Pokemon's coming out with Legends Arceus. So a lot of really good stuff I know is going to come out next year, and those are things that we're going to kind of not focus on, but definitely touch on the channel as well. So it's going to be a lot of additional content from that perspective. But I think the biggest thing that I'm going to try to change for next year, and it's something that I kind of have in the works right now, and yes, it does have to do with Pokemon content, specifically Pokemon cards, is I am in the works of getting a business license to try to start to do Pokemon card box breaks on here. It's something that I've been wanting to do for a while now, and now I might actually have the opportunity to do. So actually, I will say now, if you are interested in box breaks, I will make sure to link my Discord down in the description, along with a whole bunch of other links of people that I've talked about in this video that I've already talked about or will talk about later. I will make sure to post all those links down there. So feel free to join the Discord. There will be a section for box breaks to express interest, just to make sure that I am kind of doing the right thing, and just so I can know that you guys are interested as well. Number 5. Oh my goodness. Have there been any big milestones for me this year? Absolutely. Again, this has been my first year on Twitch. I'm actually coming up on my 1-year stream anniversary over on Twitch. And then actually, like I said before, I haven't even been on YouTube for an entire year now. I think my first video was posted back in February of 2021. So it really hasn't been a full year. So all the accomplishments that I've had while being on here were accomplished this year. And I'm super proud of them, but also B, just super, super grateful for the opportunities that I've been given. And of course, for everyone who watches my videos, because if it wasn't for you guys, needless to say, I wouldn't be here. I wouldn't be able to be doing these videos and all that good stuff. So honestly, thank you guys all for that. But a lot of the big milestones I've hit this year, my goodness, it's funny because I've actually had to change a lot of my milestones or a lot of my goals for 2021 multiple times because I just kept hitting them and we just kept going forward. So, but I think the biggest accomplishments that I've had for me, hitting 500 followers on Twitch was a big thing for me. Because it's live streaming, you know? And so the fact that people want to take time out of their day to just kind of hang out with me and watch me play video games, open Pokemon cards, just talk and all that, it's a really cool thing. It warms my heart. It really, really does. But those two things were really, really big for me. But other than that, probably the thing that's made me happiest, is kind of building a really nice, positive community over on Twitch. It's like I said numerous times on this channel, and especially in this video too, I do stream over on Twitch with the same username, WallyTheBandit, and things have really grown over the past year. I've had there are a lot of people that come back to watch me play video games and all that, and it's really cool. And being able to get to know everyone, and even though I know they're kind of virtual relationships and everything like that, I feel like I've made a lot of really good friends, both with viewers, other streamers, and things like that. So really building that community has been the biggest accomplishment for me, and the one that I'm most grateful for too. Let's see. The next two questions are actually kind of, talking about friends now. The sixth question being, name a small creator that I think my audience would love. Now that's, again, I'm going to have to name two people here because, again, half the community really is kind of Pokemon fans. The other half are music fans and everything like that. So I know Pokemon might not be up everyone's alley. So I'll kind of give one Pokemon and one non-Pokemon creator a list here. So first, the Pokemon one is my good buddy SmokinHotGinger over on Twitch. I don't believe that he is here on YouTube yet. If he is, I will definitely tag him. But he is a Pokemon creator, but not just that. I know he is really, really big in and on Final Fantasy XIV Online. So if you were big into MMOs as well, he is an awesome guy to go watch. He also opens Pokemon cards, as him and I have done a couple of ETB and booster box battles on stream. He's definitely beat me more than I beat him. Yes, I'm a little bitter about that. Yes, I'm going to have to do another booster box battle with him soon so I can beat him. But point is, he does a lot of great things on stream. He is what's the word I'm looking for? What kind of streamer? When you do a whole bunch of stuff. Variety streamer. There we go. I got it. Yes, Ginger is a variety streamer. So there's a little bit of everything for everyone over there. And he is a really, really cool guy. Definitely someone I consider a really good friend too. And definitely someone I think you guys should check out. But the second guy is another really good friend of mine who goes by the name DankSpankTV. DankSpank_TV over on Twitch. He is a really, really cool guy too. Someone that I play a lot of games with as well, especially like Halo and Knockout City. But he's a really cool guy. He's the guy who actually drew my PFP. He is a very artistic fellow as well. But he's a great variety streamer over on Twitch too. Plays a lot of really great games. He's just so interesting. He really is. He's someone that I consider a really, really good friend too. And someone that I'm very grateful to have in my life as well. Again, he really doesn't play any Pokemon, so a lot of his stuff is more geared towards other video games, sometimes YouTube videos, and if you guys are big into like community games like the Jackbox games, he's definitely up your alley as well. So those two guys are definitely two that I would suggest. I can't force you guys to go like subscribe to them or follow them or go watch any of their stuff, but they are people that I highly, highly suggest. And now the seventh and last question isn't really a question. It's more tag 3 people. So that's what I'm going to do. This is where I got tagged in Huffy's video. So I'm going to name 3 people who, again, are really good friends of mine as well, over on Twitch and over here on YouTube. All 3 of them do have YouTube channels, so I will link them as well. But also check them out over on Twitch. They all go by the same names on here as they do over there, so they will be easier to find. But these are 3 people that I would love to see do videos themselves, just so they can recap, because I know them. Those 3 have had really big years as well, and all 3 of them should be very, very proud of themselves. So I hope that they do this as well, so they're able to kind of look back on their accomplishments and not just recap it for you guys, but also for themselves, so they can kind of reflect on their accomplishments and all that kind of good stuff. So the 3 that I will be tagging first is my good friend itsSLOWBRO. As you can tell, a Pokemon content creator as well. Does a lot of shiny hunting, opens Pokemon cards as well. Someone that I have faced in these Pokemon tournaments as well. One of the toughest trainers I have ever faced myself. And someone who is just a very, very, very talented Pokemon trainer and very, very incredible person as well. The second person is another good friend named SupuhSel. She is another Pokemon content creator over on Twitch and here on YouTube. Does a lot of shiny hunting as well. Those 2 are just incredible shiny hunters. They really are. So if you're looking for shiny hunters, these 2 are definitely the ones to go check out. But other than that, Sel does a lot of Pokemon cards as well, but definitely does a lot of community nights, does occasional DAs with people over on Pokemon Sword Shield, and again, just overall a really, really incredible person as well. And last but not least is someone who is a really good friend and someone who used to be a mod for me as well, goes by the name TK1904 here on YouTube and also over on Twitch. He is a variety streamer as well, does a lot of Pokemon stuff too, but a lot of this other stuff goes into like Zelda, a lot of Nintendo stuff, and definitely one of the best Mario Kart players I have ever faced and have ever watched. So those 3 are the ones that I'm tagging. Again, I really, really hope they do these recap videos for themselves as well. But also, hopefully you guys will go check them out too. But guys, thank you guys so much for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed this recap video. And hopefully you guys will be looking forward to the stuff that I talked about in this video coming up for next year in 2022. But thank you guys again. If you guys enjoyed the video, please make sure to go down and drop a like, and we'll see you guys next time.